Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for the Scrap Room to share with you my layout for August. This is the layout, and I created it using the August Flavor of the Months kit using the PinkFresh Studio collection that comes with the kit. I have both the pattern paper add-on as well as the embellishment add-ons here. So there is this lovely wreath that comes on one of the pieces of pattern paper, and you will find that this video is for the most part a shuffling video where I'm going to turn this wreath around and around and around, and I am going to trial a lot of embellishments, and I'm actually going to go rather minimalist with this. You will see that there are lots of options, but I really just want to showcase this wreath. So I've cut a piece of the green pattern paper that comes with the kit, and I have these spellbinder dies, and I'm going to use just that fern leaf actually on the layout beside the photo to just sort of pop the photo. I am going to go through the embellishments, and I'm going to choose just a few pieces, and then I'm going to go primarily with the puffy stickers. So I actually end up rotating this because you can see that there are some darker flowers, and I want those darker flowers to be offsetting the photo and the darker colors that are in the photo, and so I want them to move kind of in that diagonal line, even though the flowers look like they're floating downhill. And that's kind of just the way that a wreath goes, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to use two of these words from the embellishment add-ons that say sweet, and I'm going to use moment to create my title and put them together, and it's going to say sweet moment. And I like coming up with my own titles, but I like that these words were able to provide me with a title that is fitting for the moment. So this photo is of my daughter and two of her friends on my daughter's 13th birthday. So to celebrate her birthday, they went to the mall, and it was very sweet of these girls. Actually, Ava, who is the young lady on the left-hand side, they went to what's that? Build-A-Bear. I was going to say Stuff-A-Bear. And Ava built, I think I said that he was a dragon, but he's a dinosaur, or he's a dinosaur. Whatever I wrote in the journaling, he is not. So he's either a dragon or a dinosaur. But anyway, Ava built him for me on her birthday when they were at the mall, which I thought was very, very sweet of her. And so that's what this layout is all about. So I've got a few embellishments that I'm going to put on that top right-hand corner, and I like the way that they offset the photo. And then I have another one of the embellishments, that orange, I can't remember what the word is, and I don't have the layout on top in front of me. So that orange, and I like the way that the pops of color kind of pop the colors in the picture, as well as just add a little bit of other visual interest to this page. That is a floral die cut that I have there, and it looks like one of the flowers that it's actually overlaying, and I like the way that it adds some dimension to that. So this is a box of die cuts and digital die cuts that I've cut over the months, years potentially, and if I don't use them, I just kind of stick them aside, and so I wanted a few more floral elements, and while I could have cut them out of that same green, I knew I already had a few, and I actually really wanted the white for the subtle effect mixed in with the different colors. Because there isn't a lot to this layout, I really did want to pop the picture up off that wreath and give it some dimension. Those of you who follow my work know that I like dimension in my layouts. Not too much dimension, but I do like some raised elements. And so this is, in addition to the puffy stickers, I am then going to also have that popped off photo there. So I have pretty much decided that this is going to be the bulk of the layout here, but I do want to try and incorporate a few of the other embellishments that come with the kit. However, you will see as I go about this that I find that it's too much really. So while you'll see me trial them, I will actually end up not. So that is a white floral that is just cut from white cardstock from a layout from, I want to say that was from about 2 or 3 years ago. That was from Coco Daisy, and I no longer design for them, and it's been a long time since I've designed for them, so I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. And that green is from a layout that I did for Bella Boulevard. So these go back quite a while, these leftovers, but yeah, they always come in handy for something or another. So again, just adding to that wreath, adding to the floral look of the layout. And I just like the way that the embellishments, those florals, tie into the wreath, but they also pop the picture, and the picture doesn't get lost in amongst that circle there. So I'm going to trim off the top of that has words that end up being upside down that are irrelevant to the page, and I'm going to use that just as a sort of a mini header there. And then I'm going to use a puffy sticker, and then there is also one of those phrase stickers. And again, I don't have that layout in front of me. I'm sorry. I also need to apologize for this voiceover. Typically, I use a mic for my voiceovers. However, I am not at home currently, and I am doing this voiceover, and I forgot to bring my mic with me. So I am just talking, and whatever the laptop picks up is what this sound is going to be. So again, I apologize if the sound quality is not what it normally is. So I have this puffy sticker. And again, they're just little florals, and a lot of them are florals that you already see in the wreath, but you can see the texture better when you look at the close-ups and how the puffy kind of raises those elements. I'm going to trial a couple of the other leaves and a couple of the other flowers, but you'll see it really is, while it's very simple and there's not much actually in the way of actual elements on the page, it is actually pretty busy because of the floral elements that are already contained within the wreath in that one particular piece of pattern paper. With the kit, you're going to get those enamel dots, and I trialed those, but really they just they didn't add anything to the page, so I took those off. I love this piece of pattern paper, and it killed me to cut into it, but I really wanted that pop of yellow to pop the other bits and pieces of yellow that occur throughout the layout. I just feel like it ties everything together, and it creates that visual triangle between that strip that I have there, the yellow in the flower, and then the yellow that's in the photo / the floral that's behind it to that right hand side. So that is how I'm going to create the visual triangle in this page, kind of more through color than through a trio of elements per se. And then I'm going to put that yellow orange phrase on top of that. And you can see how that kind of nicely pulls together the layout and gives you that triangle, as well as just sort of wraps everything up. I am going to pop that on some foam, again, just for some depth and dimension. And I am also going to use a thread ball in navy blue, and I'm going to struggle with that a little bit. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up my layout for August. I thank you for stopping in today. I have some close-ups for you to enjoy, and be sure to come back to the channel and check out the other videos that the gals have done with all the different parts of the Flavor of the Month kit. And be sure to check out our Facebook group, because there are challenges over there as well. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Take care.